Hello everyone, my name is Isis Montes and my presentation is about the City of Bell scandal. A little background of City of Bell. It is a city located in Southern California um, on the east bank of Los Angeles River. It is part of Los Angeles County and it has a population of around 35,811 people per census of 2017. The scandal, it all, the scandal, we can date it back to 2010. It all started because an article of Los Angeles Times came out with the title, "Is a city manager worth $800,000?" Um, This article talked about the salaries that city officials received um, annually, and it sparked outrage among the residents of Bell once they were reading how much city officials were earning. For example, city manager Robert Rizzo was earning up to 1.5 million annually, which includes benefits at the time everything was discovered. Assistant manager Angela Spezia was earning around 564,000 annually, and also part-time city council members were earning up to $100,000 annually, and that's for like attending meetings that even not even lasted a minute. So they were not really involved um, with the city compared to the amount of money that they were receiving. So this article not only sparked outrage, but it also prompted a legal investigation against city officials of Bell to see why were they earning that amount of money compared to other cities that city officials don't earn as much as 1.5 million as Robert Rizzo. And who was really Robert Rizzo? Robert Rizzo, well, he was hired by City of Bell officials back in 1993 when City of Bell was going through a hard time. They were in a difficult situation in which they desperately needed a city manager, but they didn't have enough of a budget to offer to that new person that they were wanting to hire. So Robert Risa came at a perfect time um, because he was willing to take that money that was being offered to the amount of responsibility that entitled that position. Therefore, since city officials were in an urge of getting someone quick, they didn't do the proper background check. And if they would have done that, they could have seen that he came uh, from a previous position that there were suspicions of, of mishandling money. Um, and because he held a position in the city of Hesperia as a city manager as well. But once an investigation was launched, he left that position, and that's when he was hired in City of Bell. So Rizzo was one of the key players in the fraud committed against the city. He manipulated those around him into his advantage, and he kept those around him happy by providing high salaries. Not as high as his, of course, but they were all earning very competitive salaries compared to similar positions at other cities. And the way he did it, he masked evil within his administration to assure compliance. Meaning, I say mask evil because, well, he was motivated by greed. He wanted money, and he made sure that those around him also wanted money, that also were greedy. So those around him saw the opportunity of the situation, and they played all along with him. So, like I said, Rizzo was smart enough to mask evil within his administration to manipulate those around him. One of the council members, Luis Arteaga, who's a pastor in the city of Bell, he deeply believed that he wasn't doing anything wrong. He said that when he took that position, he didn't know how much money he was going to earn. But then again, once he received that salary, he never questioned it. Um, so that's how I believe Rizzo started to poison everyone around him, to poisoning them by greed. Um, Angela and members of the city council took advantage of that situation. And also, the lack of ethics and administrative leadership is what permitted Rizzo and those around him steal from the residents of Bell. There was no ethics. He had no morals. He had no morals how he ran the city. There were no checks and balances because the city council was supposed to oversee the interests of the city, and they were being part of those stealing from the city. So how could there be checks and balances if they were part of the problem? To conclude my presentation regarding the scandal of Bell, I want to say that the lack of accountability is what allowed Rizzo and the rest of his team to steal from the city for almost 17 years. There was no ethics, no administrative leadership within city officials of Bell. They took advantage of their position and misused the trust given to them by the people. Um, the scandal of Bell, it's a consequence of an organization ran without ethics, morals, nor leadership. It is very important um, for an organization have strong ethics and strong leadership. Um, Here, one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest mistakes was committed at the beginning in 1993 when Rizzo was hired, when no proper background check was done. So now we see the consequence 17 years later of that they hired an unethical person that did not possess any morals nor values. So right now, we have a hurting city trying to recuperate from the damage done from those who needed to be trusted, which were city officials. And and this is the end. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.